So, hello everyone. How are you? Good noon. So, we are going to start with the GMAT preparation, GMAT classes, and this is the first day. And today we are going to just talk about the basic stuffs and introduction. Okay. So, myself, my name is Chitranjan Upadhyay, and I'm an engineer by profession, by degree, by education, but I also do teach. Okay, and I'm here your mentor for the math. And let's start our preparation. I'll give you a brief introduction about the math part in GMAT. Okay, so let's start. Probably let me know if you can hear me in the chat clearly. So well, no problem. So to make your journey easy, this preparation easy, you can also download our apps, for Android and for iOS from our, Learn for Exam app from the Play Store. तो कर लीजिएगा, then it would be very beneficial. So let's start. So the thing is, if I talk about the GMAT, math part in GMAT, quant part in GMAT, there would be 31 questions, and you will be given like 62 minutes, more than an hour for those 31 questions, and you can figure it out like 2 minutes for each question. And the question will be divided or categorized into like data sufficiency and problem solving. Okay, so DS, so this would be different. This exam would be different, like your Indian exams, like the DC Indian exams, because the DS plays a very vital role over there. Okay, data sufficiency questions, and this would decide how would be your journey, how would be your exam, how would be your score, data sufficiency, and we would be discussing how to target those questions, target those concepts as well. And the most important thing is like this exam is computer adaptive as well. So this is very different as per your other exams. Like if you have given any such MB entrance these exams, CAT, SAT, something like that. So computer adaptive means the difficulty of the question would increase as per जैसे जैसे आप सही करते जाएंगे क्वेश्चन, वैसे वैसे अगला क्वेश्चन की डिफिकल्टी बढ़ती जाएगी, and so as your score would be. That is totally dependent, whether you would get a high scoring question would depend on your previous performance, previous question performance, previous section performance. That's it. Okay, so if I need to categorize, the quant section, the math section of GMAT, I would, broadly categorize into, like 4 parts: geometry, elementary algebra. Algebra would be mostly basics, and I would show you, from today itself, how is the elementary algebra would be there. That would be very basic, but somewhat tricky. You would understand, you would realize it. And arithmetic and modern math consisting of those sets, permutation and combinations, those things. So broadly, I can categorize the GMAT mathematics into like these 4 categories. Okay, and without wasting any time, let's jump to the question. Let's jump to the core concept, and let's try to know something, some more things, some less things. Okay, so let's try some stuff. This is how I do start these things. How do I start the teaching GMAT, or I myself prepare GMAT like with this vision. I had with this vision. So let's start with this all vision. How would we should target such concepts, such questions of GMAT? So just giving an example, and then we jump to the concept, just jump to the basics. Let's see how do you feel that basic. So if I say the product of two number x, y is it's algebra, it's a typical algebraic equation or question, you might say. If the product of two number is odd, then their sum would be even always. This is a true statement always, like you have to comment. Okay, product is odd. I hope you understand what is odd. So I might give you, like 2 minutes. You think over it, not more than 2 minutes. In fact, take 1 minute and come with your gut feel. Come with your, what do you think? What do you feel about it? Would it be true? Okay, let me check into the comment whether you feel the same. What is your answer? Would it always be even? True, false? Can't say, don't want to say, anything you want. Please share. Okay. So actually, most of you might be thinking, yes, it is as true. Okay. You can take some example like, okay, I know that 3 times 3 or 3 times 5 is 15. Okay. Product is odd. 15 is, of course, is odd. Okay. But there's some, this is coming 8 even. Oh, it seems to be true. Even you can try with other number as well. 3 times 7. Product is 21, which is, of course, odd. Then 7 plus 3 is 10, which is, of course, even. And if I say what is even, what are even numbers, what are odd numbers? So basically, superficially, you can say that those who can be divided by 2, numbers which can be divided by 2, which can be into the factors of 2 is a factor of, which can be broken down into the factors of the 2, or 2 is a factor of those numbers are odd or even numbers. Okay, most of you would be going to think like that. So it would be coming like as, yes, it is true, always, always even, always even. But let me give you some other examples, some other legit examples. And if I say product of 2 numbers, okay, these are also 2 numbers. I haven't said, like natural numbers, integers. Okay, product of 2 numbers is coming as odd. Yes, there it is also coming as odd. But does their sum even, or even a natural number, or even an integer? That even is an English even. Okay, so their sum is coming as 10 by 3, or you can add 3 plus 1 by 3, 13333. And of course, this is not an even number, not an odd number. So our statement is false, which was looking as true. Our statement is false. And why it is coming as false? See, I'm not saying that GMAT preparation is tough and the mathematics would be such a technical mathematics, and you have to be a math pandit to excel at GMAT and to score like this more than 750, 740, 760. You have to be a mathematician. No. Just you have to be a bit more aware, if I can say that. So it is a different journey than as other journey, but you have to be more aware. And why I'm saying more aware? So the thing here is the question talks of numbers, and whenever we heard of numbers, we already think like in terms of natural numbers. We already start thinking in terms of natural numbers, in terms of beautiful numbers, in terms of integers, 10, 30, 40, like these numbers. But 1 by 2 is also a number. Negative number are also numbers. Irrational numbers are also numbers. So this is where the GMAT tricks you, or the organization GMAT tricks you. Okay, you have to think you have to consider all the numbers. Okay, true. My question to you one more. Okay, what is 0? An even number or odd number? Let me. So the answer of this is false. It is not always true. Answer of this is false. What is an even? What is a 0? An even number or an odd number? What do you think? You can. I just want to touch some basics with respect to some question. And if you come to me and ask what are the skills you need to excel at any management entrance exam or other sort of exam as well in GMAT, probably in GMAT, then reading. You should pay much more attention and time, offer more time. Okay, employ most of your time or some of your time in reading as well. Reading is a skill which would be there for you throughout your life. So 0 is an even number, Some of you might be thinking that it is neither even nor odd. No, it is an even number. You can think, you can think yourself, yourself. 0 is an even number. Say, for example, if I say 44443 is an even number or odd. So you would say, oh, this is an odd number. If I say 5555552, even or odd, this is an even number. You're probably checking, the last digit. If it is even, the whole number would be even. If it is odd, the whole number would be odd. So of course, you can divide it by 2 as well, but this is a shortcut, easiest way. If I say 77770, so this is an even number because the last digit 0 is making it even. 0 is an even number, and 0 is also a multiple of 2. 0 is a universal multiple. Every number, it can be divided by every other number on planet except one number I would tell you. Okay, so 0 is an even number. And one more thing, what is this? 12.4 is an even number or odd number? Is it an even number? Is it an odd number? What do you think? People, what do you think? 12.4. You can write over chat. See, 12.4, though it is looking like an even number, but it is not an even number. It is not an even number. No. 12.4 is not an even number. 12.4 is a decimal number, and even odd are always integers. Integers are being categorized as even or odd, not decimal. Integers means proper numbers, beautiful numbers, not having the decimal part. Okay, I'm not exactly giving it. I do not want exactly to give you the definition. Okay, the proper definition, the technical definition. I want you to realize it. Okay, that is the key point here. Cramming and these are not the key point, though in some way I'm presenting you the technical part of the definition. See, numbers, as we know, okay, broadly I'm saying that I'm categorizing them in decimal and integers. Okay, though there are real numbers and non-real numbers, complex number as well. So actually I'm categorizing real numbers, decimal and integer. And in decimal and integers we categorize like even, odd, prime, okay, unique, such numbers. So decimal 12.4 is a decimal number. It is not neither even nor odd. It does not come in this category. But yes, minus 12 is even. Okay, minus 13 is odd. That's why that 10.333, whether it is even or odd, so it is looking at 3333. So you would feel that it would be an odd number, 0.333. You can see that the 3. What do you think? Essentially, it's a decimal number. It is neither even nor odd. Okay, just to remember, just to count those decimal numbers, and the decimal numbers does not include even, odd. Don't make them prime as well. They are not prime. The prime number are very important numbers. We will discuss them afterwards. They are the backbone of numbers. And the question, the tricky question in numbers, they are the backbone of those tricky questions. Okay, I want you to reply a question, and I had read it in a book, so you don't need to use a pen to answer that question. I want you to just go by your gut feel. Okay, and let me see whether you are going to the point where I want you to go. So what is the case? So say for example, I went to a store, a sports store, and purchase a racket and a shuttlecock. A racket and shuttlecock, and the cost of them is like $50. Total cost is $50, and the difference is $49. Racket and the shuttlecock. The total cost is $50, and the difference is $49. What is the cost of shuttlecock? Do not use the pen here. Okay, don't use the pen. Go by your gut feel. Whatsoever you think, then you can enjoy this, or you can get what I am trying to tell you exactly before starting DS or the algebra and DS. Yes, please. How many of you feel that shuttlecock would be free? Of course, shuttlecock is cheaper than the racket. Okay, so this is $1. Yes, most of you feel it's $1, and that is a honest answer. For that is an honest answer. Okay, if you do, I told you not to solve it. Okay, some feel it is 0, some feel it is $1, some feel it is, what is this happening? Because the thing is, I want your mind to come into the picture. Only your mind, only your gut feel, only your pre-known thoughts, pre-known knowledge, pre-knowledge, on the basis of your pre-knowledge or pre-instincts, I would say that. So of course the answer is not 1. If it had been 1, see, if it had been 1, then the racket cost must be 49. 49 plus 1 would give you $50. Okay, but if it had been 1, then the difference would not be 49, the difference would be 48. The difference would be 48. So of course it is not 1. And what is it? If you can go by the equation, you can of course solve it very easily. I might say very comfortably, but the answer is like 49.5 racket, and 0.5 is the cost of the shuttlecock. Is a shuttle, the cost is like $0.5, 50 cents. So that would be $50, and the difference would be, yes, 49. So it works. So the thing is, the cost of the shuttlecock would be $49 and not 1. Okay, and I want you to feel it like this, by the gut feel. Of course, you can solve it by the equation. This is not a actual math question. Of course, this is a math question, but not actual math question which someone would ask you in any sort of entrance exam, and those entrance exams which are leading to a big B schools, okay, offering some packages in crores or something like that. But the thing is, this is a question from a economics books, behavioral economics books, if I say more precisely, okay, and the author wants to tell you, or the author who is a Nobel laureate, okay, he wants to tell you that our mind, human mind, thinks in terms of pure numbers. Always psychologically, we think in terms of pure numbers, like 10, 20, like I was telling you. We can't, instinctively we can't think of such numbers which are in decimals, because the real world does not deal with, the real world is not in terms of those means, like 1.5 mens. I have 2.5 friends. So real world doesn't deal with such figures. So that's the point. I was emphasizing only over one point, but the point is, you have to consider all the numbers. Do not trick yourself into just some natural numbers. Okay, we'll learn these things, okay, more and more and more and more. Okay, don't worry, this is to be learned. This is not like awareness is to be learned. Okay, this is not come like in a second. So if I ask you how many numbers, I just one more question, how many numbers are from 98 to 298? How many numbers from 198 to 298? Yes, let me wait for your answer. '98 to 298, 298. How many numbers there? To perf set to 1. Yes, good. And I hope you are getting the language from to. So you have to include now. If I say distribute chocolates from perf to Shubham, so you have to include both of them. You can't exclude anyone. I'm going from Mumbai to Dubai, so of course I'm including Mumbai as well. It's not like between them. So from 98 to 298, it's just like from 1 to 9. How many numbers are from 1 to 9? You can count it 1, 2, 3, 4, and you would say it would 9. But on subtraction, you would get 1, 9 minus 1, 8. So you have to add 1 as well in case of from. Okay. From 1 to 9, there are 9 numbers. Really? 1, 2, 3. So do not subtract them. On subtracting, add 1 as well. So let's go by this logic. 298 minus 98 would be 200 plus 1, 201. So by that logic, Perv is right. He is right. But if I tell you I was wrong, if I'm saying there are 9 numbers from 1 to 9, there are 9 numbers. Actually, there are infinite numbers. There are 9 natural numbers from 1 to 9. 9 integers are there. But numbers are also 1.5, 2.3, 2.4. So there are infinite numbers. You can't say how many numbers. Technically, we cannot tell how many numbers. I just told you to be aware of the language, of the technical language. So GMAT is going to test you fundamentally, not exactly on mathematics, not exactly on the mathematical skills. So there are infinite numbers. Okay, Mohit. Mohit, I will tell you after. It is good, but Mohit, I would suggest you, if you're just going to, you're just about to go there, or you want to prepare to go there. You got the admission over there, or you want to go, you want to prepare to go there. So that is the question. Okay. So there are infinite numbers. So just be aware of the language, okay, and aware of the fundamentals. So one more in this series. If the ratio of two number is greater than 1, P over Q is greater than 1, then P is greater than Q always. True, false, what you say? If the ratio of two number, numerator by denominator like this, is greater than 1, then P is greater than Q always. What do you say? Please comment. And yes, what do you feel? Always true, sometimes true, never true? What are you saying? False. now you are just like sort of alerted, you know. It has to be false. So I want you to go by your gut feel, okay? You for some time I want you, natural you, okay? Of course, if you have thought to, you know, bite this bullet, you have prepared your mind to bite this bullet, which is GMAT, of course, GMAT preparation, okay? Then you have to be smart, street smart. For the management, street smart is the right word. See, you know what is this bite the bullet, this phrase, this idiom in English literature came from? This is for, you know, due to the, you can owe this idiom, English literature can owe this idiom to the Sepoy mutiny in India in 1987 mutiny, where the Sepoy has to pipe, you know, their bullets to fire, and which was a, you know, which became a religious issue for Hindu and Muslims, and which became the cause of the mutiny, primer cause. You can see that. So the thing is, yes, answer of this is false. Of course, it is false. As I can say that 8/7, it looks like 8/7. Yes, this is ratio is greater than 1. Ratio you can divide it, now 8/7, 1 point something 1.1428, something like that. It is greater than 1. So 8 is greater than 7. Yes, it is looking like true. It is looking like true. But if I say -8/-7, this is also greater than 1. But however, -8, -7. Here, denominator is more. Denominator the one who under the division bar. Numerator which is above the division bar. Okay, like the same. One is the divisor and another is the dividend. Okay. So here the denominator is more than the numerator, so it is false. Here you can have to consider the negative number, negative numbers, negative integers. Do not exclude them. Okay, and I hope you know. In the number lines, to the right number increases. Number increases to the right as per their order. So if I say which one is greater, 100 or 1? 100, because 100 is more to the right. -7 minus 100/7. -7 is greater because it is more to the right. And you also understand this thing, huh? The basic. I'm just revising those things. With the help of these questions, I just want to, you know, hit over your basics, fundamentals, and very fundamental. It's like, you know what is -2 times -3 is 6, +6. -2 times +3 is -6. Okay, you understand these things. Negative times negatives becomes positive. Negative times times is multiply, and negative times positive becomes negative. Okay, sure. Okay, now comment over this particular problem. Product of A cross B, any number, and B times C equal. If this is equal, does it implies that A has to be equal to C? A has to be equivalent to C. Always, see the keyword over here, always. I'm saying to you, I'm emphasizing this to you, these keywords are very important considering GMAT. Yes. What do you feel so? What do you feel? Yeah, basically we have learned in school, or what would comes to our mind naturally. Cancel this out, cancel this out. A would be equivalent to C. So this is true for each number on earth. You can cancel out each number like this, but only one for which it won't be problematic, and which is, yes, false. So this will be true for every set of numbers. Okay, I'll write for you. You just 3 times 0, 0 times 13. This statement is true. Yes, this equation, this statement is true. 0 equivalent to 0, left hand side equal to right hand side. But compare it with this, na? Three, can you hear me? 3 times 0 is equivalent to 0 times 13. Oops. Okay. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. I just somehow changed the slide, so don't worry. Okay, some sides for change. So left hand side equivalent to right hand side, but compare with this, I'm saying this thing, the equation with this, with the numbers are actually better way to attack an algebra problem. Numbers are always a better way. But can you see that B is equal to B? Yes, of course. But the thing is, does A equivalent to C? 3 equivalent to 13? No, 3 is not equivalent to 13. So this is false. This is a false, because you cannot cancel 0 by 0. 0 by 0 is like something else in mathematics. This does not give one solution. This is an indiscriminate form. I would tell you later, and we'll talk more over this. Okay. Rest, you just take care of yourself, and for the full course, just log into our website, learnforexam.com, and you can also avail ebooks with some 10% discount, and can join our Telegram channel as well. You would get all the information in the description. So bye for now. My name is Chitranjan Upadhyay, and bye bye. Take care. Thank you.